It was supposed to be a quiet weekend. A few days away from the city. No phone signals, no noise, no people. Just me, a book, and the old wooden cabin I rented deep in the woods. The owner was an elderly man who barely spoke. He handed me the keys and said, "Don't go out after dark. The forest changes when the sun goes down." I laughed it off, thinking he was just trying to spook me. The first night was calm. Crickets, wind brushing against the window, a distant owl, the usual forest symphony. But around 2 a.m., something changed. The sound stopped, completely. Silence, so thick I could hear my heartbeat. Then came the footsteps, soft, slow, circling the cabin. I froze. My phone had no signal. I reached for the flashlight, its beam trembling in my hand. When I looked out the window, there was nothing. Just the pale moonlight falling on the trees. But my reflection, it didn't move when I did. I blinked. My reflection blinked back a second late. That's when I saw it, a shadow behind me in the reflection. Tall, still, looming. I turned instantly. Nothing. I convinced myself it was exhaustion. Jet lag, maybe. My mind playing tricks. So, I went back to bed, but sleep never came. Every few minutes, the wooden floor creaked, as if someone was walking, pausing, listening. By morning, I found footprints by the door. Bare, muddy, not mine. The second night, I kept the lights on. But even the light felt dimmer, weaker, as if the shadows were swallowing it whole. And the whispers started. Low, muffled, like someone talking right beneath the floorboards. I pressed my ear to the ground and heard my own name, over and over. Daniel, Daniel. I stumbled outside, desperate to breathe, to escape. But there were figures in the woods, dark silhouettes between the trees, each one perfectly still, watching. And every time I blinked, they moved closer. I ran back inside, slammed the door shut, and pushed a chair against it. Then I saw something on the wall, a series of handprints, black and fading, as if pressed there from inside the wood itself. The whispers turned into screams. The cabin shook, and the light bulb flickered until it burst. In the flickering flashes, I saw them, shadows crawling along the ceiling, twisting, merging, reaching down toward me. Their movements matched mine, but slightly delayed, like broken reflections. I screamed and dove under the table. That's when I found a diary. Old, dusty, the name Daniel scratched on the cover. Inside it read, "They don't want to leave. They want to replace." The last page said, "If you're reading this, you've already stayed too long." The cabin door creaked open slowly. A gust of cold air rushed in, and my flashlight flickered back to life, showing my own face standing at the door, smiling. Then darkness,